it's called.
Yeah, I'll send you the link. So I think you just need a browser.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's ready then.
So now, screen share.
I like your fancy camera tripod setup you've added to the studio there.
Oh, thanks. It's so I can do those motion capture things.
Yeah, that's great.
So here we are on the screen share.
Yeah, okay.
And as far as I understand, I hardly played with it at all. I mean, it's pretty simple.
It's just sort of Adobe rip-off.
Yeah. So I've taken this layer. Can you see my mouse? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
At the top of the right-hand corner, and the other layers are up for grabs.
Yeah.
And I suppose I should have taken a lower one. Does it matter? Maybe I can move it down. Yeah.
I think you just move it. Yeah.
Okay, and then I guess we're off. Do we want any other constraint than time?
Well, just no. I think 10 minutes is. I mean, it's pretty tight, isn't it? But maybe that's
too tight.
No, I think it's good. I just, because I haven't used it before, do I need to open a browser as well? I can't draw on this one, can I?
I think if you choose a layer, I think that's what they said, you can.
No, it's letting me just, because I'm viewing your screen, but I think I still need my own, I think I need a link to the actual, will you copy and paste that link?
Have I not sent you it? No, I just shared the screen, didn't I? That was
if you copy and paste that link in the top, then I can just open it on my browser.
So now I have to stop sharing for a sec, then go to chat.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, no, sorry, that was a bit dim. Here we go.
Oh yeah, that's come through in the chat. I mean, I just love how many different ways there are to communicate at the moment. I think that would be quite a fun game as well. You could do like a sort of, you only communicate by one method for like a minute, and then you have to switch to and sort of like chase each other across all the different. I have this very stupid like interest in fax machines.
Oh, I love the thermal stuff.
Yeah, and it became like, and I set up a little group. Okay, we're off. Great.
Well, yeah, I'm just drawing a fax machine since that's what you started talking about.
And so I need to go on my own layer, double click any layer to take ownership. Okay, I'll take this one. And you can actually name the layer like that. Yeah, okay, you've named yours JP. So
got a very big fat pencil. Didn't mean it to be green. Oh, brilliant. Look, something's emerging. That's so cool.
You get these rolls that come and you get, and I went to a station a couple of years ago and I bought some, and he was like, that is the last you'll get. And I was like, really? You don't do them anymore? He said, I haven't sold one of these for about 5 years.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, I'll buy out your whole stock. And now I have to if I get a new fax machine, I have to go to eBay and get it. And I have an artist friend I sent one to, and basically I think it would be great to get you involved in that. You basically can then send each other drawings over fax.
Oh, brilliant.
I think we probably should do something with the background here as well. But and of course Hockney is quite, oh no, wow. Sorry. Hang on, let's just undo. Oh my god. No, that's not undoing, that's spinning around in a circle.
It's up at the top. Next to drawing edit view, there's a left button.
Oh yeah. God, sorry, I can
it's great, the excitement of the surprise of it all going dark.
I quite like it, that angle, but that's probably not very easy. Yeah, so but when you were a journalist, I guess like fax was a thing, right? So I started out, I'm 40 this year, started when my first phone fax, and I made my call when it was contract. We sent them over that, and I just love it. And apparently it's one of the very few mediums, although it's completely dying off.
Yeah.
It's it's a medium that they can't tap into. Okay, so like MI5 and can use it, and like maybe the odd terrorist organization, but you can't you can't hack a fax. You can hack a phone line, and you can hack an email, but you can't hack a fax, and that's one of the things I quite like about it.
That's really good.
Yeah, I got this very elitist club going, which is called the Fax Club, and there's only about 6 of us in it, but I'm more than happy to get you on board.
Oh, I love that. I really.
Do you have room in the house for a fax? And how would your wife feel? Because mine, I have to kind of hide mine because
this is recording. I think it'd be all right probably.
She's like, well, do you need that? Have you got a phone? Because I've got an internet phone as well.
Oh, have you?
This is taking a while. I think I'll go for a bigger brush.
I actually wrote a novel back in the days of the fax, almost completed it and never published.
Right.
And the plot involved faxes not being found, so therefore something happened that shouldn't have happened.
Oh, juicy.
And I got all upset when faxes went out because I thought that's the end of the point of that novel. Oh,
yeah, it's not really a thing anymore. Well, but you have published some novels, or your books are more?
Yeah, I published one novel.
Okay.
I'm happy with that. It's just I would have liked to have published the other one.
I think we need some more things on this desk. Maybe I might draw some flowers.
Oh yeah, we do. Yeah.
Like a vase or something.
That's a nice idea.
Is that? Oh, what's that?
Oh, we could play games with moving about. I can overlay you.
Oh yeah.
I could. Because you were the top layer.
Okay.
Now I can. What can I do? Put a little bit of dirt, very fine dirt on the.
Oh wow! On the table.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's very, very opaque.
You wanted to ask about my art, but as it happens, I've just done a thing. You know, the lovely Katuna from the Union Club.
Yeah.
She's just done like a little mail out. She wanted something to put in the mail out, and so she just did like a. Well, it's not an interview, is it? But what you've been up to, kind of type thing.
So tell me about that. Because you were going to have a show, weren't you?
Yeah, that's still in.
Still happening.
7th of September.
Good.
So that's gone out today. And actually, I think at the time, you said if you can write something about the thing, you could include it. And I thought I better do that because otherwise. So I've kind of written something for her. So this mail out, but I'll forward you it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
See what you think.
Tell me also how you got into doing art.
Well, I was very good at art school. I was very prolific. I just would stay really late and use all the workshops and make things, and I was really obsessed.
Right. How do you account for that obsession? That particular obsession of kind of making stuff all the time?
At that age, I don't know. I suppose it's just got a lot of energy, haven't you? I suppose, and I think I'm a bit perfectionist. So you sort of make something, and then you want to keep making it better. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe attention as well. You want to reward people to say you like what you've done. I don't know really. Not never thought about it too much, but I do know I was obsessed. I was just always making stuff.
Yeah.
And I was trying to work out how to do what's the circle that's like that shape, but
like an ellipsis. I think
vase, really, but
Can I start adding flowers from below?
yeah, you're quite good at flowers, aren't you?
Right, it's just I'm sorry to see a vase without any flowers in it.
No, it's not. It's a really bad vase. So it's dead good, and then I went and did my GCSEs.
Yeah.
And top A star, like best you can do, and my work got toured around the country as an example of the highest level of work, and that was all very exciting. And I was at quite an academic school in Leeds.
Yeah.
And they were moving to a new school, and I just thought, I don't want to stay in an academic school, even though it was quite, had a lot of facilities. It was quite sporty and academic-y.
Yeah.
And so I just applied to like the art college. Oh
wow.
I just was going to put a photo in, but I might do it on a different layer.
Great. Well, underneath, so do I need to move up a layer?
Well, I think if I move that down to the bottom, how's that?
Oh, nice. Yes.
So
Alpine faxes.
Nice colour scheme. So I went to Jacob Kramer Art College, which was like the local art college. I think like maybe Damien Hirst might have gone there and some other.
Okay.
It's pretty good, and I did my A-levels there, but
right.
I started selling work then when I was 16. I sold my first piece of work, and then I got a studio, and I sort of went off the academic stuff because I was sort of enjoying making and selling and like being what I would say, a real artist. And I had a studio with other like artists who were in their 30s or whatever.
Yeah.
And I just started doing it really, and then there was a bit of a drive to like go to uni or whatever, but I had this problem where I kept getting told my work was too advanced. I know that sounds a bit stupid, but that's what they kept saying. So when I was at doing my A-levels, they were like, oh, your work is too foundation-y. When I did my GCSEs, they were like, your work is too A-level-y.
Oh.
And I just got annoyed with that. My brother was he did art like A-level, and so I think I was quite inspired by people who were a bit older than me.
Right.
I've sort of lost the canvas. Oh, it's because I've got the shape. There's a lot to learn here, right?
It's
trying to give you the life story. I want to get rid of that little guy. You click off. So I just got going with it, and then I got, that became like, I slightly subsidized it with working in, I worked in a bar in Leeds called North Bar, which is a great little bar, and then I did a little bit of TV work. But on the whole, I sort of age 19, I became a full-time artist.
That's brilliant.
And just used to sell work, and I always kept the price quite low. So friends could buy it. And my theory was to sell 10 paintings for 100 rather than one for 1,000, because it's kind of like a marketing tool. Did well. How do I unclick? I don't be able to draw anything anymore.
Oh, deselect, I think. You're going to edit.
Edit. Deselect. Okay. Right, now we're back in business. Okay.
That makes a lot of sense as an approach. Oh, I like your square petals. They're brilliant.
Yeah, it's sort of like I'm sort of trying to race you to finish the flowers.
You'll never do it.
So got dead good. I broke my arm for a bit. That was annoying because I had to stop painting for 5 months.
Right.
But you just kind of battle on, don't you? And I liked being an artist. It's a great thing, you know. You just make stuff and sell it and buy more materials and then make more.
It's brilliant. Absolutely.
It's quite a pure like form, and that, you know, no one expects you really to have any money or sort of to do, you know,
yeah,
all that stuff. Like, it's quite, but I think you get, you know, when you're younger, you're ambitious, and I was just like, I can't stay in Leeds because there's sort of like a limited art scene there.
Yeah.
So I wanted to live in New York, and I had this girlfriend at the time who, she was doing a master's in New York. So I used to go and stay with her. And then I had a set up a studio in Williamsburg. And that was very much, London was not, I wasn't interested in London. It wasn't really on my horizon.
Right.
And I was all about moving to America, and that was very much plan A. But it got scrapped when 9/11 happened.
Okay.
Because I was applying for a visa. How do I go down? Oh, that's how you slide it. Oh. Applying for a visa, and I'm just going to put a little bit of, just going to put some enhancements into the.
Oh yeah, please do.
I really like this writing, but unfortunately my photos, I think, has messed with it. I wonder if there's a way of rubbing out the photo layer. If I click on photo and then rubber, would that work?
Yeah, should do. Oh, yeah. Nice. Oh yeah, I like that.
Also, this photo has come from a company and they've put their watermark all over it, so we're not supposed to use it. But.
Right.
So yeah, plan A got scrapped, and then, you know, I couldn't get a visa to be out there, so I had an old school friend, and he said, like, why don't move to London? I'm down here. It's pretty cool. Like, it's just as good as New York.
Yeah.
Get on a train, and I used to just come down and hang out with him, and we wrote a business plan and launched a company, and it was basically an art gallery. What's this red thing happening?
This is a person coming to get their facts.
Oh, that's understandable, in the mountain landscape.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just, at that point, we were a pop-up art gallery, and we were sort of selling other artists' work, and I sort of didn't have to worry so much about doing my own anymore, because we suddenly had to look after other artists, and I got quite good at that. So I packed away my brushes, really.
And how did you get back in then?
Well, I think arguably it was sort of, oh, sorry, don't do that. I don't know. I think I never totally like lost interest in doing it.
Yeah.
But just other things just got in the way, and when I had a bit of a time or a break between jobs, and I do like live events and festivals and film and all these other things, I would sometimes find a bit of time to draw and paint. But I only got back into it about 6 months ago, I think, so at the end of the year. So how? Well, you just make a decision, I suppose.
Yeah, yeah.
But why was because I was just, I think I felt I should, you know, it was a bit unfinished business, really.
Oh, I'm glad you did. And tell me then about what you've done most recently.
Hello?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh,
tell me then about what you've
done most recently. What your new thing is? Well,
it's all to do with this mountain. So I'm going to use this mountain landscape you can see in the background.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring another one in, I think. Can you move? If I click on layer 1 is available, is it?
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to be letting me click. Oh, there we go. So I found this mountain I want to climb, and it's it's in the Antarctic, and that's what these pictures are.
Right.
And so my work lately is all about mountains, really, because I'm trying to kind of connect with the mountains and like just make a body of work that's about mountains and save some money towards the expedition to go and climb it.
Yeah.
So, but I don't really want to get stuck on just doing mountains. Historically, I painted cityscapes, JP.
Right.
I did like buildings and.
I saw some of those on. Where was it? I saw them on Instagram or on your site?
On the gram, yeah. I've been putting like older works on there.
I really like this. I think I messaged you that there was one of them made me go, oh, I like that one a lot. I thought the corporate logo needed to be emphasized.
Oh yeah, it's a great logo, isn't it? Yeah, I like it. I want to mess with these. I've confused myself because I've got sort of too many layers on. I think these black squares are on this layer, aren't they? Everything seems to move. Yeah. I mean, this is a great program, isn't it?
Yeah. What have we got? What have we got here? What is going on there? We've got Antarctic mountains, someone dashing for something, a fax with a secret coming out of it for you, some flowers.
Yeah.
I like your circle and your oval down.
I know that was going to be more. I think I wanted to drag something on, and then I put another photo on, but I don't think you can even see it, the other one, because it's at the back.
I think they might be a good way into another universe.
Oh, look at that. I wonder if that's a better photo than that. What do you think? I like that one.
Have you changed it?
I've just moved a layer, look. So that...
Oh, yeah.
I think that's better.
Oh, that's good.
But in terms of what we've got, I mean, I have no idea. I wanted to carry these circles on, but I can't seem to click.
I like the texture of the desk as well. That pleases me a lot. And there's this area where I earlier was playing around on this thing and I rubbed out. So the mountains are clearer where I rubbed out and a little bit not so clear elsewhere.
Well, how are you timing this? Because I've kind of lost track of time.
Well, I'm guessing that we've done I have also not really.
I think it's 11 now. I think we've gone over because remember when you said 10 minutes, I think it was like 22.
Yeah, we've probably overdone it, but I think it's been worthwhile. What do you think?
5 more minutes just to finish this circle thing.
What do you think is what have we got here with this thing that we're doing? What is this? Is it sort of a...
Well, I mean, sometimes it's best to let others critique your work.
Yeah.
And not overthink it. But,
I mean, not so much this actual artifact, this thing that we've produced, but like this thing that we're doing. What is that?
Oh, I see. Well, it's just called collaboration, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's one of the best forms of art, you know, like I was, before I started my gallery stuff, I used to paint with another guy, and it's just a really fun expression because you're reacting to what the other person's doing.
Yes.
Putting something there, and you could completely destroy it, you know, in theory. Like I could just take out a brush now and just go, you know, just kind of scribble red all over it. Although I can't, I'm not fair enough to do that. Yeah. Oh, here we go. I'm back. I'm being able to draw again.
So it's just mucking about, isn't it?
Well, you could look at it like that,
but in a good way. No, that's not a bad thing. That's a
good mucking. Yeah. But yeah, we used to do live painting. So we would set up a canvas on a stage somewhere, and we would do kind of like live, you know, and that it's quite fun.
Oh, definitely.
Get really into the zone, and
that's where we came into this, because I was doing that with you on the union thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just think, yeah, I mean, that's a really nice chance meeting, that union thing, because I made the assumption that you were a union member, but you were saying it was actually a friend who put you forward.
Yeah. Ah, this is interesting. But the whole thing's opacity can be changed. Oh no, that's just my bit. Okay, I can't change the whole thing. Oh, I quite like that.
But you found this on was it called Isolation Art School?
Isolation Art School.
Is that one of your projects, or a friend?
No, it's some Instagram account that I've been following. They've done some really great things. I think a lot of them are targeted at children, and the video for the thing that I sent you really wasn't.
He was really funny, wasn't he, that guy?
He was.
I really enjoyed watching him.
Yeah, he had a lovely, very particular personality, didn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, as soon as I started watching it, I was like, I want to go.
Yeah.
I was amazed how, quick the software, like, because I do use Adobe stuff, but it's like, it's so complex. Like, you have to be good, and I'm not. I just, like, I get really frustrated with it because I'm not good. And I know, so I did some very early kind of Photoshop stuff when it came out. I got a copy of Photoshop, and actually back to when I was doing my GCSEs, I was doing like manipulating drawings and things on Photoshop.
Yeah.
And at a time that was like really revolutionary. So
it's quite exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, because people were like, oh my God. But all I'd do was clicking a filter, but at the time, like, no one knew what that was. So it was like, wow, what you doing? But I never really followed it up, and I don't know. I've worked a lot with graphic designers, and I do, coming back to that kind of collaboration, I do like collaborating. I'm not amazing at working on my own. I like to be able to kind of describe something to a designer and them to go, oh yeah, okay, and then you feedback on it. And
totally, yeah, I really get that. I just think it's the best fun. I just want to muck about, and I keep saying that as if it's a negative thing, but it's not. It's just I want to have some collaboration, basically someone to play with. That's what it comes down to. Yeah,
is it the childhood dream of just wanting to play?
Yeah, that's what it is, definitely.
What do you think of this structure?
I like that. That's radio interference on the facts, in my opinion.
Okay, because I'm kind of in landscape mode still, so I'm kind of, I've been doing lots of like painting and drawing of Mountainscape.
Okay.
Of course,
I see, yeah.
What they have a lot of is just.
And is the left-hand side a dangerous ant?
I think it was like maybe a pregnant woman.
Ah, okay. Okay. Of course it is.
But then she was like that, and then I quite liked it when you sort of, because then it looks like teeth almost.
Oh yeah, it does.
If it was like an animation, it would do that. But I bet you've done animation stuff before, haven't you?
I play around with a thing like this on my phone quite a lot, and there's quite a nice app that does stop motion. But it's
right. Are you just really fast learner, JP? Do you?
I am quite fast learner, yeah.
And do you? Because one of my sort of weaknesses is I can't, my concentration. So like if I learn something, I like get into it, but then I don't know, like if I go back to it, I've forgotten it. Where do you stand on that? Do you remember what you learn, or do you?
Oh, I tend to remember, but I have a thing where I get very quickly bored, and I'm not proud of that at all. It just means that I do something and I find it really fun, and then I want to move on to something else.
Right, yeah. So that's a similar thing, like a concentration issue.
Yeah, I've had a little schnauzer in honour of my own.
Oh yeah, how is the dog?
Going really well. Really, really well. She's very fun.
First time for the family to have a dog?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, my wife's grown up with dogs, and we've had access to dogs, and other people in the family have got dogs,
Yeah.
like that, but it's not the same.
No, amazing.
This is really good. She's in season at the moment, though, so she's quite a handful when I go out for a walk.
Okay, I'm not sure if I understand what that means, but
she's ready to mate.
Okay, what, they just do that once a month?
No, it's twice a year, and it goes on for about 21 days. And because it's all new to us, she gets nervous around other dogs, and now she's getting really, really keen to go and see the other dogs.
Right.
And her owner from Lancashire used a wonderful, maybe northern, but maybe only Lancastrian word, that she's going to be mithering the boys. I thought that was good.
Right.
I think bothering and fussing or something. I'm really happy with this. I think this is really excellent.
Have you just used the chat function just as another way to talk?
Where was that? I saw you done that.
Yeah, little speech bubbles at the bottom.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And you've got yourself set up as an account. I can see you've got one of your. Whereas I'm just a lion, and I was called anonymous for a minute. So
I did
go on and set that because I had to play around with it last night, but I didn't set up.
I haven't really got an account. I should do that. I just changed my name and my picture, but I might do an account. Wonder what happens now to these pictures. Do we download it, or what do you like if you want to do things with this stuff? God, it's got a changelog. Brilliant. Import or export. Have you been importing stuff? Yeah, of course you have.